Assalamu alaikum, dear learners. Welcome to Hadi 12. We are going to discuss the Alawi model of governance, which is the governance model of Hazrat Ali alayhi salam. Imam Ali alayhi salam as a ruler is famous for his justice around all over the world. Even today, when 14 centuries passed, none can establish the justice which Imam Ali alayhi salam did. His model was completely based on the teachings of Almighty Allah, the teachings of Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the teachings of Holy Quran. As per Imam Ali alayhi salam, poverty is the main curse, which is the main cause of each and every kind of evil in the society. He used to say that if poverty were a man, I would have slain him. We are going to learn about the governance model of Hazrat Ali alayhi salam and how he brings the significant change in the society. He focused on agricultural development, development of crafts, development of trade, fair levy of taxes, no delay in the distribution of public assets, necessity of people's equal enjoyment of public assets, provision of basic needs of life for all, prohibition of bestowing gifts out of public assets, never granting privileges to one's kith and kin, frugality in public assets. Let's have a look in detail. Was agricultural development. As per Imam Ali alayhi salam, people who own land and water but still at the same time they are poor, it means that they are deprived from the divine mercy of Almighty Allah. This means if anyone owns land and water, he should not be poor. If is it so, then he is deprived of the mercy of Almighty Allah, forming as a mean of eliminating poverty. Agricultural development was the main responsibility of the administrator. Troops, commanders were the defenders of the farmers' right. It means that agriculture was the main occupation of the people during that time, and that was the main source for the reduction of the poverty in the society. The government was responsible for the development of the agriculture, and the troop commanders were defenders of the farmers' right in Imam Ali alayhi salam reign. Next, the development of crafts. Imam Ali alayhi salam gave main focus on the development of crafts too. Crafts are activities like pottery, embroidery, etc. During his reign, the qualification of the development of crafts was limited in the people, as there was harsh climate in Kufa, where Imam Ali alayhi salam used to rule. The place Kufa was very hot climate, so the climatic conditions affects on the crafts a lot. Like in Kashmir, there is cold climate, so people are used to do embroidery, wool crafts, shawl and carpets, etc. While in Rajasthan, there is hot and dry climate. People prefers to do pottery, camel bone craft, etc. During Imam Ali alayhi salam time, or the climatic condition of the Kufa, if we say, that was not favorable, it means there was not amount of resources present to do crafts. But still, Imam Ali alayhi salam promoted the crafts which were possible. What kind of crafts were possible in the deserted area? Like we can say pottery, as their clay is present, so we can do pottery there. So, as the possibilities of the crafts, Imam Ali alayhi salam promoted the crafts in Kufa. Imam Ali alayhi salam used to call the crafts as a treasure. He emphasized that never to sacrifice a product's craftsmanship and quality for the speed in production. Means if a quality product take much time in its production, then we must have to invest that much time. We must not sacrifice its quality for more production. The development of trade. The third step is the development of trade. In the early Islam as well as during the Imam Ali alayhi salam reign, trade was the most influential activities in people's life. Imam Ali alayhi salam supports merchants within the government structure, and finally he would explain how to practice the trade, how the merchants were to deal in the transaction, and in what manner trading to be performed. He promoted ethical conduct in trade. Ethical conduct means conducting business with truthfulness, integrity, and responsibility. Imam Ali alayhi salam taught the merchant should fear God, avoid cheating, and conduct business in a good, God-conscious manner. Fair pricing and just weight. It means that we must not sell the product at a higher level of price as compared to its price. We should not sell to other countries, other nations at a very high level of price, and we must care about the just weight. If it is written on the pack it is 12 kg, then it should not be less than 12 kg. The perfect example. Imam Ali alayhi salam avoid monopolies and hoarding. Monopolies means the pricing of the product is much high as per some agencies or peoples. Imam Ali alayhi salam condemned the monopolies. None should control the market to raise the price unfairly. Importance of honest labor. In Islam, the honest labor is encouraged. If anyone is earning the livelihood as per the permissible and honest work, he must be encouraged instead of those who are earning with dishonesty. Like a cobbler, a painter who is working with his efforts must have to be respected and encouraged instead of those who are doing bribery. Protecting the vulnerable. Vulnerable citizens are those such as orphans, widows, elderly people, and anyone which is needy. In Imam Ali alayhi salam's reign, they were granted the special kind of treatment for those who were vulnerable in the society. A kind of charity was set up from the government's treasure for them. Next is the direct supervision of the market. As we all know that market has the great importance in the working of an economy because the transactions are conducted in a market. If the markets are not regulated properly, the unjust is carried there. It means that the society will suffer from social evils like poverty, unjust inequality. We must have to put a great concentration on the proper working of the market if we want to create a justful society. Imam Ali alayhi salam directly supervised the market and the quality of transactions there. His Holiness would go to the market of Kufa every morning and used to instruct in God-fearing manner. He used to instruct that you should avoid the selling of short weight, lying, treachery, tyranny to the marketeers. He used to say that the well-being of the market affects the well-being of the people. Losses happen when market transactions are dishonest and unfair. He also instructed the Muslims to not cheat and hoard the goods. Hoard means that You are hoarding the good in your stores, and you will sell when the prices of that good reach very high. So this is known as the hoarding. It is not permissible in Islam to be honest and unfair, to respect customers and not overvalue or devalue goods unfairly. Fair levy of taxes. The tax also has the great importance. Imam Ali alayhi salam believed that taxes are for the benefit of the people and must be collected fairly. Government should collect the taxes from those who benefit from it. Ensure taxes are used to protect and serve the people. In Alawi politics, Imam Ali alayhi salam model rule emphasizes on the justice in taxation, inclusion of everyone fairly in tax policy, not causing problems or injustice through taxation. Means that we must not put the higher taxes on those who are not able to pay, and we must collect it from the people as per their bearance. Imam Ali alayhi salam's approach to taxation was based on the trust, transparency, and serving the people's interest. Now, the sixth point is not delaying in the distribution of public assets. These assets are the assets of the public, on which there is the right of public. Main idea of this point is that Imam Ali alayhi salam believed that public wealth such as food, money, etc. from the treasury must be distributed quickly to the people who need it. Treasury was also known as Baitul Mal. He strongly disapproved of any delay in the giving people what rightfully belonged to them. Even a single night of delay in giving public assets to the needy was not acceptable to him. His approach was urgent, just, and people centered, ensuring that the rights of the people were not blocked or postponed. The core message of this point is that what belongs to the people should be given to them without delay, especially to the poor and needy. We can take the examples of the salaries and scholarships. Like in our society, the salaries are paid in the middle or at the end of the month. It's not justice. As the month's over, we should pay the people their salaries because they also have the needs to fulfill. Next is necessity of the people's equal enjoyment of public assets. The main idea is that Imam Ali alayhi salam emphasized on equality in distributing public wealth among all the Muslims. His policy was different from the past rulers, where the wealthy and powerful took more than others. Under his rule, everyone got an equal share regardless of skin color, tribe, ancestry, social class, or backgrounds. Arabs and non-Arabs, Muhajirin, which are the emigrants, Ansars, the helpers, freed slaves, and even their former masters all were treated equally. From these Muhajirin and Ansar, if you are familiar with Islamic history, when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Muslims migrated from the Mecca to Medina at that time, the peoples who has migrated were the Muhajirin, and from the peoples among the Medina who helped the Muhajirins are known as Ansar, and they are the helpers. In Imam Ali alayhi salam ruled, everyone, even the freed slaves and their owners, everyone was treated equally because he was believing that all peoples are equal in front of Almighty Allah. This angered the rich and those in the power because they lost their unfair advantages. The core message is that the public resources must be shared equally with no discrimination. The eighth point is the provision of basic needs of life for all the people. Imam Ali alayhi salam's economic policy was focused on fighting poverty and helping every person meet their basic needs. As we already know that Imam Ali alayhi salam used to say that if poverty were a man, I would have slain him. He strongly focused on those policies which helps in the reduction of the poverty. He believed that poverty is caused by the rich people when they are exploiting the poor. If someone goes hungry, it's because a wealthy person took more than their fair share. Because Almighty Allah has given enough for the people. The poverty arises only because someone are taking more as compared to their needs. Imam Ali alayhi salam wanted the Islamic State to stop the hoarding of wealth by the rich, preventing the exploitation of the poor, help the poor by planning and supporting their basic needs. During his rule, he established such a system in Kufa, where even the poorest has bread, water, and shelter. He also cared deeply for low-income group people, Christians, and others who were mistreated and abandoned in old age. Why is it Christians? Because they were the group of minority at that time. It means that Imam Ali alayhi salam was treating people without considering their religion. All Muslims, Christians, and others, Jews, etc., and etc., all were treated equally in his reign. He instructed his administrator to treat the poor with compassion and respect, regardless of their background. The main idea we got from this policy that a government must ensure that every person's basic needs like food, shelter are met and must stop the rich from exploiting the poor. The eighth step is provision of basic needs of life for all the people. Imam Ali alayhi salam's economic policy was focused on fighting poverty and helping every poor meet their basic needs. That was our eighth point. Now let's move on to ninth. Prohibition of bestowing gifts out of public assets. Means that we can't give the personal gifts as a ruler out of public assets. Public assets are the assets of the people of the society. Imam Ali alayhi salam strictly forbade the use of public funds, government money or resources for giving personal gifts. Because government money is collected from taxation, which is the people's resource. So we must have to spend on that resource for the welfare of the community, not for our own personal uses. Government officials or entrusted caretakers of the public wealth, they cannot take it like a personal property. Imam Ali alayhi salam considered giving gifts from public assets as an act of tyranny. Tyranny means oppression, and treachery, the betrayal of the trust, means dishonesty. Officials are not allowed to spend the public money on the occasions or the personal favors. The core message from this policy is that the public wealth is a trust, not a tool of generosity or bribery. It should be protected, not to be misused. Next, never granting privileges to one's kith and kin. It's all about the relatives and the friends of the administrator. As per Imam Ali alayhi salam, he did not allow the favoritism towards family or friends in public affairs. Means if we are the treasury owner, we are not allowed to spend more on our own family and friends. Instead, we must act justly. His rule clearly stated that the relatives, friends, or the high social dignitaries should not get any special treatment. Even his own sons and relatives were treated strictly and equally with no special rights or exemptions. He was harder on his close ones to set a public example of justice, fairness, and discipline. Thus, no nepotism or personal favoritism is allowed. Public responsibility must be handled with complete fairness. Now, the 11th step is the frugality in public assets. It means that we must use the public assets carefully. Imam Ali alayhi salam promoted extreme care and simplicity in using the public resources. He advised the administrators to spend the public funds wisely, asked them to avoid the extravagance even in writing letters by reducing worldliness and saving paper. He sent out the circular asking officials to sharpen your pens and reduce the space between the lines. Write only what is necessary and meaningful to avoid the wasting public money. It simply means that what is owned by the government is simply the assets of the people. So the government officials must use these assets properly without wasting. He encouraged the officials to write in the letters only what is necessary to write, and they have to sharpen their pens in order to avoid the maximum wastage of the paper. A powerful example of his frugality is that when someone came to discuss a personal issue, Imam Ali alayhi salam was using a government-owned lantern. He turned it off and lit a personal lantern instead because he did not want to use the public property for his private matters, not even for a few moments. When he was sitting in his Baitul Mal, if anyone came to ask any personal affairs, he used to turn off the lantern which is owned by the government because that is the private property of the Baitul Mal only, as it is earned by the funds which is collected from the people. When anyone came for the personal discussion, he used to light the lamp which he bought from his own money and which was his private lamp. Look how much sincere he was. He avoided the wastage up to this extent that he don't allow his officials to just waste the pieces of the papers. The moral from there we got that people assets are sacred and must not be misused, not even slightly. Even act must be honest, simple and responsible. Look what the acts of kindness Imam Ali alayhi salam established the 1400 years ago. It includes everything: equality, fraternity, secularism, and rational use of resources. He was not allowing to waste even a piece of paper. So, if today's rulers work as per his policies, what change can occur in the society? Can you imagine? If such a change exists today, we can establish a utopian world, which is not possible to exist in today's era. So, he focused more on justice because justice is the backbone for creation every kind of well-being and for removing all kind of evils from the society.